White Star, Galaxy Edition by James Michael Spahn. And this will be more of a sci-fi, maybe horror type, or who knows, as it will progress. Have 3 players tonight. The name of this adventure is Return of Judgement. We find our 3-player characters on a cargo ship. They're taking a load of supplies to a scientific research station named Destiny 9 on the planet Makara. It's always been a quick drop-off and run and on to the next destination. Aren't you glad you have such an easy job of delivering supplies for the Ganani Wicklow Cargo Corporation? But as you get close to Makar and start trying to make contact with Research Station Destiny 9, there's no response to your communications to request to land the vessel for delivery. They've always usually had someone on active duty station, and things go quickly, smoothly, and you drop off, pick up anything they have to send, and back on your way quickly. But for some reason, there's no response to the communications request as we meet our characters for the evening. Mike, if you're going to tell me about who you're going to play.
Yeah, tonight I'm playing Drake Savage. Drake is an alien brute space duck, a loner in his family of all the hatchlings. He was the last one to survive, being born into a slave class. Eventually, his family was killed off, but he escaped and eventually found his way into the space lanes and hopped on board a couple of ships and began to make a living hauling cargo instead of so just basically switching up a slave owner for a corporate slave owner. so that's a little bit. Drake's a little acerbic, kind of bitter, but enjoys life and enjoys the people that he travels with. That's pretty much it.
Sounds perfect. We'll see how Drake Savage, if he turns into a savage later. Yang, will you tell me about Wally?
Wally looks kind of out of place in this spaceship. Wally looks more like a small furry Shih Tzu dog from Earth with a body of a teddy bear. You see his furry ears perk up, and you see him, and buried beneath his cute and cuddly, soft brownish fur are his puppy dog eyes. He stands about 2.5 feet tall, clad in primitive brown weathered cloth. He carries a small wooden club and a short bow with a quiver filled with about 15 arrows. If one word were to describe him, it's adorable. He wears a collar with a metallic medallion around his neck that translates what he says. He says, "Run, run, Wally Yabnab." And that means, my name is Wally Yabnab.
All right, perfect. Well, we'll see how Wally, if he yabs the nab tonight. And Daniel, tell me about Dreba.
Dreba, though she's still part of, she's, we'll say, on extended leave from an order of Star Knights. She had, even though she's very young, her first couple missions led her into some areas where she saw some stuff that many people might have lost their mind seeing. But being a powerful Star Knight and having mental abilities above all else, she, of course, is not crazy. And she has a laser sword.
All right, perfect. As you three are on the cargo ship that you handle for the Ganani Wicklow Corporation, you're paid on the basis of how many drop-offs you make And like I say, they're very smooth. Usually, you drop off, you give her stuff up, and you're on your way within a matter of minutes, really. But for some reason, as you try to contact Destiny 9, the science research station, there's no answer um, at all. You send several communication signals. You probably have your ship uh, send one itself. There's no reply at all as you load up the vessel to head down to the surface itself. And you will know the planet Makara is a more desert world, mostly covered with golden yellow sand, which is colored by some high levels of sulfur. The planet has several small seas and is well within habitable norms, but very little life is known to exist here besides simple microorganisms and, of course, the research station of the various races that are at the scientific research station. But you've been here before as you're heading down. And as you do, what are y'all's thoughts as you're getting no reply and you're about to land?
I think this might be a holiday.
Wally says, "Oopa noopa, koopa noopa." And the translator says, I have a bad feeling about this.
You have a bad feel. What do you have a bad feeling about? We just maybe the radio's broke.
Well, it may be that something has happened down below in the planet.
What's going to happen? There's nothing down there.
He says, maybe we'll find out what happened down there when we dock.
Yeah, I'm guessing with the holiday stuff. Of course, knowing the Corp, they're not going to give anybody. We're not going to get the holiday, right? I mean, when's the last time we had a holiday?
Yes, holiday.
Driba looks at Drake and says, well, you know these little puppies are always so skittish.
Yeah.
We're not going to get paid for the holiday, that's for damn sure. And they're going to have to get up off their ass to unload this truck because, these crates rather, because I'm not waiting around. We need to make, other drop-offs later.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, we got places to go.
That's right.
Don't expect me to carry these luggages.
Yeah, what do you do around your fur ball? I mean, what do you do besides your snappy little comments?
Security, of course.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I feel secure.
So, well, shall we set this thing down and just get going? I mean, or Wally, do you want to do anything before we get this thing on the roll? I mean,
I am ready to rock and roll.
There we go. Now we're talking. Let's just do this and get out of here. We can move on to the next one.
That sounds good to me. Let's land this thing. I don't know. There's only 3 of us on here, right?
Yep, there's only 3 of you on the...
I don't know who the pilot is. Should we roll for it?
I have navigation.
Oh, well,
Wally said he's security, so...
Yeah. You're the navigator, so am I flying?
Yeah, I guess.
Oh, that makes sense. All right, so I sit down in the pilot's chair and I press the button that says auto land. I mean,
Yeah, and you land on the pad, the platform they have there next to the main part of the research facility. And as you do, all 3 of y'all roll a d6. If anybody gets a 1 or 2, let me know.
Okay.
6.
I also got 6.
4.
Yeah, I mean, nothing seems to be out of the ordinary as you land. And, usually they have a crew, of course, communicated before. They usually have a crew to come out with some unloading vessels. And also, you also know they have a species of apes that are very sentient, very intelligent, and they're very docile, very by the name of the Chasef. They're the Chasef race of apes, but none of them have come out either to assist or anything as you land. And I guess you would exit your vessel to head on to the research station. It's probably 100-yard walk across to where you would go in one of the buildings.
Yeah, I grabbed the clipboard with our delivery information and head out there.
And I promise I won't say anything. I'm keeping my mouth shut this time.
Yeah, let's just get out of here.
Wakwata, mafwata.
I hold up the leash for the dog.
This is not normal, he says.
As you make your way over to the entry building, you would know the chase of apes are very large and they come from some type of desert planet, very adaptable to this planet. But you're getting closer and you notice appearing, they're about maybe 7-8 foot tall, most of them. But like I say, they are halfway sentient, intelligent beasts, but very docile and very, they make great workers for any type of physical labor. But as you're getting closer to the building, you notice several of their bodies laying down on the ground itself as you're getting closer and closer. And as you do get closer, you start noticing a lot of the ape bodies seem to be torn. Some of the limbs are pulled off, some of the arms, some of the legs, and some of them have been intestines pulled out. And it's just a sign of chaos and mayhem. And all of you make a saving throw.
Oosh. All right. 10. I failed.
Anybody else fail?
I failed.
I failed too.
All right. I'll start with you, Drake. Drake, you'll take a 1 point of sanity loss as you're seeing this just horrible mayhem that you've never seen experienced anything this horrible before. Wally, you'll take 2 points of sanity loss as you see it. And Dreba, you'll take 1 point. So that puts you down to 6, right?
I'm in 6 now.
Roll me a d12.
5.
It's affecting you. You just start babbling. However you want to play that out, you just start babbling about something.
Doggy, stay away. Stay away from that. Don't eat that. It's not for you. You no. Doggy.
What about wow? He says, I should have bet that something has went down here. That way I would have made some money.
I sure as hell ain't cleaning this up.
Clean. None of us are clean.
What? Yeah, I'm not cleaning. I'm not cleaning it. Gosh.
Don't expect me to clean this.
Okay. Let's just get the stuff off the ship and we can get out of here. I mean, clearly there's been a problem.
Sign. They have to sign. They have to sign. Sign for it. Sign.
Here, I'll sign it. Dreba. There. Here, just let me see the board. I'll sign it and we can get out of here. I'm sorry, Wally. You were right. How's that? You like that? You're right. You're right.
Yes, I am right. Damn right I am.
You also notice it's quiet. There's, of course, no one has still come out from the facility. And as you look up at the facility entry doors, it appears one of them has just been completely ripped off and is missing. The other one seems to be bent in by some type of probably powerful force that is pulled one off and pushed one in. But it's very quiet. You do see the actual lighting and stuff, even though it's in the daytime. You can see it appears all the interior lighting and stuff is still on, but you see no one or hear nothing right now.
The light is evil. Must put out the light. There's no light in space.
Oh, Driba, Drake, Oopa Noopa, Koopa Noopa, Manatutu.
Drake, Driba, I have a bad feeling about this. Let's get out of here.
What are you babbling about, dog? I'm going to run into this face.
Yum yum yum.
I am not a dog. I am a yabnap.
Yeah, well, go get her, security. I mean, she just ran off.
The Dreamer runs through the battered doors, looking for a light switch.
Yeah, you run in, and there's no, you see no of the scientists there, and you would know it's a mixture of humans and other alien sentient species that are here, but you see no one comes to greet you. No one is in the main entry, and you see a lot of disarray, papers, stuff turned over. All the light, like I say, all the lighting is seems to still be on in the facility. Nothing, though, it's quiet. You do not see any of the Chasen 8 bodies inside, though. Those appear to be all outside of the facility of what you've seen so far.
Garunda, Garunda.
Could it be that the ape has torn through and killed these people?
What?
You think the apes did this to themselves?
Yum yum. Vingawa.
Maybe they went crazy.
No. Crazy.
Otto. Otosaka.
You sound crazy.
Hey, Dreamer, why don't we go back to the ship and have a little drink or something?
And Dreba, as you're looking around for the something to maybe power down the lighting or something, you start gaining back to your normal self now as you're inside, away from seeing the violent scene outside.
Okay. We need to report this.
Okay. Sounds good. Report away.
All right.
You know what happened the last time I talked to corporate. So
not the corporate, to the guard. The guard.
yeah, the guard. Well, Wally, go guard something. Okay. I mean, is that what you want? I mean,
Why do we have such a small guard dog?
Mimimo Munda. Jumbo.
I'm a mighty warrior, don't you know? I will guard, and that's what I do. And he runs over next to the door, looking all sharp, and he takes out his mighty club that's about a foot long.
So I'm gonna look at the papers and see like if there's any with dates, and if so, if they were like recent. I guess 'cause I'm trying to figure out when the activity might have happened.
Yeah, you look at some of the papers, and also you notice up on the main wall, y'all probably haven't been on further into the facility, with just dropping off supplies before, but you notice there's a large map up there on a display, and it shows the different rooms of the facility, and you see one of them, it's kind of flashing, and you don't know what that would mean as far as what it indicates, but you see one room flashing, and you see it has the title on there, cryo chamber. But on the papers, as you look at the papers themselves, you can tell they're very recent, within the past couple of days, that you can see notes.
Okay. What do you make of this, Drake? We got a cryo chamber.
guy, who travels by cryo anymore?
I don't know. I think it's a new age thing. They go in there sometimes to like find themselves.
Yeah, you and your Star Knights, I'm sure, got that figured out. So,
Yeah. No. We do the underwater submersion.
oh, well, I'll trust you.
Yeah.
I'll leave you to the wacky shit. You just do that. You do you. But you think we should check this out?
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna look around quickly to see if I see any like security cameras or anything.
No, you don't see any cameras in this area at all. And you notice, like I say, a lot of the around the workstations themselves appears a lot of the equipment has been, just destroyed or thrown on the floor. And I mean, it's in just disarray. A lot of it is.
Well, it looks like something crazy went on here. We should probably check it out. And since there's no cameras, we can't just look back at it. So we can maybe do a little investigation. My Star Knight training, I stand, strong. My cape blows a little bit. Will lead us.
Everybody can make a never D6 roll, and if you have the medicine skill, you can use that. And let me know if anybody gets a 1 or a 2, or if you have medicine, I'll bump it up to 1, 2, or 3.
I got 2.
All right.
I got a 3, but I don't think I have any skills.
I got a 6. I got a 2 in medicine.
Nice.
Oh man. Wally, I guess maybe you work in security before. Maybe you've heard of this, or maybe even seen it before. But you would know that sometimes in a remote research facilities like this and different stations, that sometimes the scientists have rigged up cryo chambers to use for people maybe who are injured a lot before. If they have some type of severe injuries, they'll put them into a cryo sleep until a better medical facility can get there to work on the injuries. You would know that.
Yeah, he just goes on going,
Utabow, Engu Dingo, She Digo, your dog.
and it says, remote research facilities such as these have cryo chambers, and the translator's speaking concurrently. And sometimes it's used to halt the injury and suspend them so that they can treat them later, he says.
Well, you seem to know what you're talking about, Odd Job. So why don't you go lead the way?
He
Yeah,
says, he says, I'm only 2 feet tall. You lead, Star Knight.
He's not a Star Knight. He's a duck. Well, then I turn and I walk towards the crowd.
You got a problem with ducks?
Go on.
No, I am a big fan of duck.
You saying I can't be a Star Knight? What is this, like a human thing? Is that what it is?
Well, I mean, it's not that you can't be. Your kind just doesn't really want to be.
No, I don't want to be.
Yeah. You guys, you don't want. You really don't want to be Star Knights.
Yeah, that's right. I don't want this. Yeah.
Yeah, you're happy. You're happy with the ponds and the swimming and the duck things.
Oh, jeez.
He says, wow, that was so racist.
Yes, Star Lord. That was.
I'm not at all racist. Look at
racist.
this group. I'm not at all racist. Some of my best friends are ducks and dogs.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
That one didn't translate.
So I'll walk towards the crowd chamber, Adriba.
You make your way down the hallway to the, and if you look in some of the windows of the different probably labs and offices and stuff that have the windows through the hallway, you can see the same disarray. A lot of papers thrown across the floor, overturned tables, equipment broken, and things. You don't see anyone, see any bodies or anything as you're making your way. You get to the cryo chamber, and it appears to be still in probably fairly good condition as you open and go in, and you see all of them are empty except one of them. And you see this figure in one of them. You would know this is a Virillian species. They are very highly intelligent, and they usually work in the scientific field or research stuff. You would know that this is probably one of the scientists here. And you can tell it's a female Virillian as she is in the cryo chamber.
No, great. Yep.
Let's wake her up. see if she knows anything.
What if she's injured? Didn't you just say you put people in here because they're injured?
Yonda.
Maybe we could wake her up, ask a question, and put her right back into cryogenic sleep.
Well, I could check her out.
Yeah. I mean,
I do have some medical training.
yeah. Is that what you call it now? Medical training?
Hey, that's what corporate called it. All I know is I got a little star on it.
Yeah, you got a star, right? That's what got us run off that last planet we were on. I'm a doctor. Jeez. All right, fine. Just don't kill this woman because we need somebody to sign for this stuff.
Okay, well, can we get a thumbprint or something? Is that...
Yeah, but I don't think it's her thumbprint. Don't we normally get it from that guy on the dock?
Yeah, well, where's the guy on the dock? I mean, I think her thumbprint will do.
Okay.
When you get over there closer, Drake, you don't even have to roll with having some medical knowledge. You can see it appears that someone or something has done something to this cryo chamber, and very recent. You can tell that she's still alive, but you can tell her levels are down, and she's probably in some deep state right now of unconsciousness. But you can tell someone has set the cryo chamber to shut down. And if you wouldn't have got here sooner than later, she would probably have been dead very shortly and within a couple of hours. But you're able, if you want to try to stop that.
Oh, yeah. Oh, gee, we got to get her out of here. I mean, this thing is tanking. Yeah, the tank is tanking. Did you catch that? I mean, I'm trying to be funny, but no one laughs, do they?
Oh, that makes me really mad. You're making jokes while this woman is almost dying.
You're so emotional, puppy.
Exactly. A little high strung.
Yeah, well, the little dogs, like I said.
Koronda fingawa tue shipora.
He says,
Go for it.
He says, the cryogenic chamber seems to have been shutting down. Shouldn't we turn it back on?
No, I think it's damaged. That's why I think if we just let's get her out, and maybe we can move her into one that isn't damaged. But in the meantime, we can talk to her.
That's a good idea.
Jumbo wakwata.
That's a good idea.
See, I do have good ideas.
And that's why you're the doctor. So Dreamer's going to look for another one of these. She's going to look for another one that looks like it's not broken, as best as you can tell. Like one doesn't look like it's physically damaged.
Yeah, you observe the other ones that's in the room. They all appear to be in working order. They don't seem like any of them's been damaged like this one has at all.
Perfect. All right, wake her up. Let's see what happens, Doc.
Drake, you begin the process of getting her back to wake, and roll your medicine then. It should be, what, 2 out of 6, I believe?
2 out of 6? That's a 6 again. Holy crap.
You see that she's probably suffered some maybe permanent damage from the stuff and all that, and you also are noticing appears she has physical trauma now that you are closer, as far as bruises and stuff. But she wakes for just a moment and she looks straight in your eyes and she whispers where only you could hear it, and she goes, "I couldn't stop her. I couldn't stop her." She goes unconscious again.
She's muttering something about she couldn't stop her.
Stop her.
Yeah, well, look at her. She's beat up.
Okay, well, let's put her in this other cryo chamber, and I'll go over and scoop her up because I'm probably the biggest of all of us.
All right.
I might be not as big as you, but I bet you I'm stronger than you.
Probably. Ducks are very strong.
See, again with the duck stuff.
you're able to get her into another chamber and hopefully get enough to you know, heal her some, but you can tell that she's totally out of it at this point and very would seem almost dire straits right now condition. But you were hoping that after maybe some time that she would get better, but you have no idea how long it would be.
Are these cryo chambers portable? Like, could we roll it into our ship?
No, they are part. They seem the way that these are that they are permanently attached here. It'd be some trouble to try to move them.
Okay. All right. Well, then we can't rescue her now. Anyways, so let's see what else is going on here before the authorities come. Because we definitely can call this in. We might be heroes.
Yeah. Did we call anybody yet?
No, not yet.
Okay.
Let's-
Nunca não hago figura.
We haven't called anybody yet.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, if we call them right now, then they're just going to tell us to go back to our ship and wait, and then they're going to take all the credit. If we can get some information first, then if they don't give us our due, then we can go public with it.
Waquata Star Knight, Riba.
Hey, you're supposed to be a Star Knight, Driba.
I think this is why she's taking her time off.
Wanga wanga. Nupa nupa.
I think so. I have a bad feeling about this.
Yeah, you say that a lot.
So is the darkness kind of creeping in on you, Driba? Is that what's going on?
No, I'm thinking about you guys because, I support my team, and I want to make sure that you guys all get something from this, because
Oh, now you support us. Now we get the support. Okay, I
we've
got
got a
it.
lot of work out there for ducks and dogs. So
Hey. Again, with this human crap, what's up with it?
I know how difficult it is for you. They're out trying to make pate. It's very difficult.
Mananachu, pate, yum yum.
Yes, patés are delicious. And he looks at Drake.
I wouldn't know. I'm a vegetarian.
Me too. I say as I walk away, shaking my head.
Picking the meat out of your teeth. You carnivore.
What is y'all's plans for right now?
He says,
You chahumbe. Umbum.
he says, follow me. Let's explore a little bit more.
Okay, use your nose, lead the way,
And he starts sniffing.
Rover.
And is there a door that he could open?
Yeah, you can make your way around the facility. You don't see anyone else. You don't run into any other of the scientists or anything. Like I say, there's some offices are in disarray. Some of them are not. But as y'all do check the facility, everybody roll a d6. If you get a 1, 2, or 3, let me know.
Oh, boy.
Oh, we got a 1. Yay.
Huh.
Crazy Star Knight gets a 1.
I got a 4.
I got a 5.
Dreba, in one of the rooms you go in, you find a part of a folder that appears that there, and at the top of it, it says, I'll type in the chat too. It's titled Project Judgment Day. And as you look through it, you can see a lot of the papers and the files are missing itself, but you discover notes that references one of the that on here on the surface. There's a lot of mines that the scientists have been going into and looking for and trying to discover exactly what level of the sulfur that there can be mined from this planet, you would think.
I relay this information to the crew.
So somebody's stealing from the corp, huh? Stealing secrets?
Well, it looks like they were up to no good or up to something here, and somebody didn't like that. You know what we should do is let's check the hangar and see if any of their ships have taken off.
Yeah. Should be something on there. I mean,
What the?
Good idea.
she did say I couldn't stop her, right? So that means it's a woman, or at least a female of some sort.
Well, I don't know. I didn't hear her, but I mean, you always want to blame it on the woman.
Yes. Yes, that's what I do. I blame other species.
Yes, you do. And frankly, I'm a little offended.
Daetosa. Daetosa.
Follow me. And he's heading towards the docks.
Yeah, you go out to the hangar where you would know that they would have some ships and also have their Land Rovers that they probably use here on the planet's surface, and the actual airships are actually all there, secured. You notice a couple of the large Land Rovers are gone, and it appears that by looking at the tracks, they haven't been gone too long, probably within the last 12 to 24 hours. But they are not in their spots where they should be.
Aha. Well, how deep do we want to get into this?
Katosuto. Wanga wanga.
We've come this far. We want to get paid.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Now you're talking.
Do you know how to drive one of these things, Dreba?
Of course. You know, in Star Night School, they teach us how to drive everything.
Star Knights. Okay, Star Lord. Just keep moving.
And so I'm gonna, see if I can figure out how to drive this thing.
Yeah, you all would also know that, I mean, maybe not exact count, but you would know from coming here before that there's probably anywhere from 8 to 12 actual scientific members, scientists, and you would know they probably had, 20 maybe or so assistant personnel, and then of course had the chasing apes to do their labor and stuff. So I mean, and like I say, the only thing you've discovered so far appears a large quantity of the apes are deceased and only the one person inside. So you would know that 95% of the personnel are not here. But yeah, you're able to definitely get one of these going. I mean, it'd be no trouble to get one going. Everybody would probably have some knowledge of being able to drive. And once you start looking outside, you can see appears to be a trail, probably a road that has been made for these, and appears leading on off onto the planet's surface towards a kind of a hill range.
All right, off we go.
Atafuma. Agatovo ogi. Runda korunda. Vingawa. Dueshoa shibae.
Shotgun.
Yeah. Okay, you do that there, security man.
Okay.
You head out with Adripa and you travel for maybe 15 minutes or so, you would think, as you go across the surface of the planet. As you do, it's pretty much like that picture in a way. I mean, it's kind of a reddish tint to everything, but you're going to go for a while, and then you come up to an area that's going to look like this. You see, you don't see the person there, but you see what appears to be a very large archway that is made out of stone. It is an archway across and the road and the trail goes that way. And right on the other side of it appears to be some type of maybe another smaller hill. But you also notice 3 of those range vehicles that are sitting there outside of that area as you on the other side of the arch just around the corner.
3 of them. So, do we know how many had gone out?
You would have probably, by looking in the warehouse, or the hangar area, you would have noticed that there was probably 4 in total. So, the 3 that you see plus the 1 you're in are all accounted for.
Okay. All right, guys. Looks like this is the parking lot.
Sounds good.
Did you know, man?
There are no trees.
Wally, just hit the head.
I leap out of the vehicle and my cloak flutters in the wind.
Wally climbs down, and as he does so, he falls back, and he gets up like a little cute teddy bear, and starts trotting after the Star Knight.
How close do you want to park to those other three rovers?
I'm going to park right next to him.
Are you okay? Gonna pull right next to them. Okay. You exit as you exit the one you're in. You three, you don't see anyone else yet or hear anything. But Wally, as you're getting out, you see something in the sand, and it appears, just a quick glance, it appears to be, it's kind of covered. Part of the sand is blown and maybe covered it up, but appears to be part of the legs and arms, and it looks like a body laying there face down on the other side of one of these rovers.
Katosa Lumba Oranda.
He points at the legs and says, "Look, there's a body."
Oh, jeez. Yeah, okay. I'll go check it out.
Maybe we get a thumbprint from that one.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be a very warm thumbprint.
Drake, are you going by yourself, or are the other two going to follow with you?
I'm heading out by myself. If they want to come with me, that's fine.
Yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go back to our vehicle and jump on top of it, and just kind of look around. So I got a higher viewpoint to make sure nothing's going to ambush us. So I'm going to try to get up higher ground to look around.
All right, you're able to do that and keep kind of observe and look around.
Wally's going to go over to the other vehicle, like the nearest vehicle, and see whether if we could find out if the door is open, if we could climb in.
Yeah, we'll start with you then, Wally. You're able to go to one of the other ones, and it's unsecured. I mean, you're able to get into it. There's no one in there. It seems like it's just been parked here. Everything seems to be in space and order right now. You don't see anything that appears to be out of the ordinary with it.
Does it look like he could activate it?
Oh yeah, it appears that it would crank and start right up as far as you would know.
Yeah, he cranks it up.
Yeah, it'll crank up.
Yep. He starts hitting the accelerator.
Drake, you better jump out of the way.
Well,
All right.
I just look up puzzled.
if he's right in front of him, then he's not gonna run over him. Definitely.
Nah,
not.
he's not. He's not. But is Wally gonna? What's his plan though? As far as
He's gonna do a quick run around. Basically, he's gonna circle the area to see if there's any monsters or creatures.
yeah, you're able to make a little reconnoiter of the area, and we'll go to you, Drake, as you go over, and it appears the body appears to be human, and if you reach down, you can see like I say, the sand is blown across it. It's not totally covered up, but as you reach down and flip it over and look at its face, make me a saving throw.
Oh boy.
Oh, actually made that.
You'll lose 1 point of sanity then as you look down, and its face has all of these some type of probably natural deal here on this planet. It is starting to eat the flesh and everything off of its face, and of course that will shock you. But you'll still take 1 point of sanity loss.
Hey, it looks like some sort of flesh-eating thing going on over here.
Ew. Don't catch that. We use the same toilet.
Yeah, I'll try not to, but I'm guessing we're kind of swimming in it. It's probably all through the sand in that.
Yeah, be careful. You'll be peeing in the box with the dog.
Great. Back in the cage again.
Drake, you would also notice and observe as you're looking at the body that it appears this subject was moving away from the area, and you can tell that from what you can see that was shot in the back with some type of laser rifle.
Oh. Oh, I forgot to mention, it was this poor soul was shot in the back.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. So whatever's tearing up things also knows how to use a weapon.
Is this body armed?
Yeah, its arms are still on it. I
Okay.
think. Let me unbury him.
Yeah. How about is there a weapon?
Why didn't you say that to begin with?
Well, first I need to make sure that it had any arms.
I look around. Is there a weapon around there?
You don't find it. No, it's you can tell once you pull it out. It's probably a male body, even though the face is pretty unrecognizable now due to the sandworms. But it's wearing a kind of a jumpsuit coveralls, and you can see it has the emblem of the research station Destiny 9, and you see a last name under it, and you can probably tell it's one of the scientists, but you don't see any type of weapons or arms on them.
Yeah, no weapons or arms, and it's not a flesh-eating disease. It's worms.
Oh,
We
dog
should
has
keep the
worms.
dog away.
Yeah, exactly. Oh. All right. Yeah. Well, luckily he's driving a truck.
Yeah. How does he do that anyway? Can he even reach the pedals on this thing?
I think he reached the pedals. He just can't see where he's going.
You see him basically dangling off the handlebar or whatever, going as he's circling the area.
Wally, you make a good circle around the area and you see nothing out of place as you come back and are able to park. Dreba, as you're watching and listening, nothing out of the ordinary. You don't see anything happening. It appears that you would notice it appears there is a large opening into one of these hills, though, but it probably you can tell it's been either excavated out or blown out, probably recently by some of the scientists and stuff. Maybe they're doing some kind of research in there.
Oh, I'll point that out to Drake. Hey, Drake, looks like there's one of these caves that they were exploring. Based on those notes we saw over here.
Oh, okay. Oh, we should probably go in then.
That's probably a good idea.
That's where everybody is.
Shamantika Seka Dudo Saga.
That's probably the mining facility that we learned about from earlier.
Probably.
Well, I'm game.
Let's do it.
Oopa Noopa Goopa Noopa.
I have a bad feeling about this.
I feel like I've heard that before.
That's okay, Wally. You hang out with your bad feelings.
Once you get to the entrance up there, you can tell it's lit by different type of automatic light sources that they have set up. I mean, it's a very dim light, but you can tell you're able to see pretty much in. And the width's pretty much, with two of y'all being small and one of you only human size, you can tell all of you could walk abreast if you wanted to, or if you wanted to go in single formation, either way.
No, I think security should go first.
Wally straightens himself up and stands tall and pulls out that club and says,
Oh, yum yum Gruda.
"Follow me." And he bravely strides into the darkness.
No, it's not dark. That's what I say. There's actual different kind of lighting they have already set up to artificial lighting just to light the way.
Oh, excellent. Yep. To that place. Yes.
How far do you want to stay ahead of Dreba and Drake?
Probably only about 5 feet.
Yeah, I mean, we're
You move up, Wally, and
Wally's going to travel 5 feet and then look back and says,
What a bubble.
"How come you're not following?" and stands there until the other guys move.
Because it takes you 10 minutes to go a couple of yards.
exactly.
Go ahead. Just move those little legs of yours along.
It's almost more tiring to walk so slow.
Yeah.
Because yeah, no, we're just a little bit behind you.
You move forward, Wally, and are able. You don't see anything as you move forward, and you probably go, we'll say 50 yards or so into this cave, and you can tell it's definitely been, mined out, and this going into this entrance by the scientific team and the workers and stuff here as you're going further in. And all of you can probably already smell the sulfur. I mean, you can smell that it's, this whole planet has got it off and on, but you can really smell it as you're going in. You go another 50 yards or so, and as you do, you kind of it kind of bends and makes a curve around to the left. And as you do, you see this figure sitting in the middle of the cave, and you can tell she's got some type of mini type computer control deal, whatever, on her wrist and stuff that is glowing. And she's sitting down looking at the cave of the floor, and there's a laser rifle laying next to her. She's not seen all of you yet.
I think this is I couldn't stop her.
Yeah, I put my hand on the top of the dog's head, and I take a step back, hopefully getting the dog to come back with me. And
Manduka, Panduka, yup, yup.
And you see this teddy bear like dog like creature starts wobbling back and forth, approaching it totally harmless, like a very adorable creature, and has his hand extended out and says
Yup, 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 yup.
In effect, he is using his adorable ability. It's like a charm. If the target fails the saving throw, then the target is charmed.
Oh, you're going to walk up to this lady? How far do you want to get to her from her?
Oh, he's just gonna go yep, 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 and how far away is he right now?
Once you come around the corner and can see her, she's probably 20 feet, 30 feet at the most.
Cool. Yeah, I mean about turn. I think he's gonna just approach. He's gonna turn to Driba and says, he says, "You stay here. I'll distract her."
Yeah, Dreeba will step around the corner and then draw her laser pistol.
All right.
And he's just gonna, like a little teddy bear walking towards her with no threatening, without any weapons. He's just approaching her, from 30 feet towards about 20 feet in distance.
Yep, I'll make her save for the adorable. And she will make her save. She looks up at you and she goes, and you understand what she says. She's speaking your language, Yabnab, and she goes, and you can understand she's saying, "I'm so glad that you came. Welcome to your Elysium."
Ooh, what the? Vengo, yucha, Elysium.
Elysium? That sounds wonderful.
Dueshua, non cria.
Would I get a treat?
Yes, just like the rest of them have. You will find perfect happiness and your soul will rest forever.
This conversation is in Yabnab, right?
Yep, they're conversing in Yabnab right now.
Okay.
But anything that he says gets translated out in through that universal translator in the language that you can understand. It says
Manatu Nikini Wimba Munde.
And that basically says, but he says it real loud. He says, "You mean I can join this paradise forever?"
Yes, come forward and I will show you where paradise lies.
Yay, paradise! Here I come, he says.
Runda Uhuru Wa Juba.
I look at the duck.
And then that's basically, and he says, Yuchahumbe, anytime.
I look at the duck, and then I'll make sure that his weapon is ready, and if so, then I'm going to step around the corner and blast asleep.
All right.
Because
Initiative, it's D6 plus your dex. And Dreba, I'll give you another +1 since you're kind of surprising her.
Okay. Oh, now finally my high roll is good. Well, high is good, right? This?
Yep.
Okay, so 7.
7 for Dreba. What about Drake?
A 1.
Oh, man.
I guess you weren't ready. Maybe you thought my signal was for us to run.
What about Wally?
What do we roll? 1d6?
Yeah, D6 if you got a dex mod.
I got 2.
Oh, Jesus.
All right, I'm going to bump you up to 3 because she had a 2.
Awesome.
Dreba, you can start us out, man.
All right, well, I'm not very good with the pistol, but this is my bad. So I'm going to blast her. The rate of fire is 2, so I'm going to blast her twice if I can.
All right.
And I am plus nothing, I think. I'm just straight D20 roll. 5. I'm guessing that's not going to hit.
Nope, I don't hit her.
And as I miss her terribly with that one, I say, that was a warning shot. And then I rolled a 1.
Oh, no.
Oh, wow.
You rolled a 1, roll a D6 and don't hit a 1.
Oh, God. 6, okay, that's good.
Ooh. You almost blew up some fur off Wally.
Nice. So I'm basically shooting near her, and then I shoot the ceiling. But I yell, that's
And,
Wally, you hear Dreber take 2 shots at this lady, but it was just for some reason is way, way off aim. It's up to you then.
yeah, he says, "Why, yum." He says, "Oh my lord," and then the last part is not translated. And he's gonna use underestimated. That's his special ability. If the victim or the target fails the saving throw, he gets underestimated, and he's basically ignored. If the target is actually taller than him.
Yep. Let me make a save. She made the save, but is that all you're gonna do?
No, he's just basically gonna approach her, but as he does so, he's gonna dive toward her blaster, her rifle, try to take that away.
All right, you can move towards it. Next round, you can have an attempt to be close enough to hopefully maybe try to grab it if she doesn't see you or wants to contest you. But as you do that, we're up to her. She looks past you. She ignores you, Wally, and she looks towards where Dreba is standing, and she's starting to do stuff on this wrist computer or whatever. And as she does, Dreba, make me a saving throw.
Oh, boy. 7. No, failed.
You start hearing in your mind. You hear her voice, which you heard her spoke to Wally, and you hear her voice, and she's going, "There's no need for violence. You can come to your Elysium also. There's perfect happiness there after your soul dies." And roll me a D12.
Oh, boy. 9.
You're confused. You just go in a state of confusion. You don't lose any sanity, but you go into a state of confusion. And if you do any shots or anything the next round, it'll be a -2 on anything you do.
Okay.
You're just confused for some reason after hearing her voice in your head. And Drake, I guess we were up to you.
Yeah, I'm shooting her with my ion pistol.
All right.
Yes.
That's a 16.
Oh, that'll hit her.
Excellent. So that's 1 point.
Good.
All right.
And if she has any electrical on her, then that's 2 points.
Yeah, she'll take the 2 points then because I'll count the wrist computer type deal. You see her kind of yelp out a little bit as we're back to you, Dreba.
Well, I think you get 2 shots with that, no? Unless you don't want to take 2 shots.
Okay.
I think both. I think that I think it's also a 2 rate of fire, if I'm not mistaken. Ion pistol is rate of fire too. Yeah.
Okay, good.
There we go. Oh, it's a 1.
Oh no, roll a d6 and don't get a 1.
Oh, 4.
Woo!
Wow.
Wally, your fur's about to burn. Dreba.
Okay, so
Never
Liza's
get off the ship.
Reba, and she's seen some crazy stuff. So maybe this Ulysses sounds like a good place to be. So she's gonna drop her pistol on the ground, and then she's gonna start walking slowly towards the woman, kind of confused.
All right. You're moving towards her then.
Yeah, I mean, I'm doubtful, so I'm not gonna like charge towards her and get there like fast, but I'll walk slowly towards her. So maybe I close the gap by like 10 feet or something.
All right, Wally, before you take your action, roll me a d6, Wally.
I got 6.
You don't notice Dreba's action of, it seems like, she's going from the violent action of what she just did to more of a docile. You don't notice it as she's approaching, but you can go ahead and do what you want to do now.
Yeah, he's gonna basically dive on that laser pistol or laser rifle.
Rifle, yeah, but it's laying next to her, okay.
Yeah, so he's basically gonna try to smash that with his club.
Yeah, just make a attack and, get a 10 or higher.
17.
Yeah, you're able to jump and smash into the laser rifle there.
Cool. Do I succeed in destroying it?
I roll damage just to see what you get.
3.
Yeah, and as you do that, she looks up towards you, this lady does, and she laughs, and she goes, huh, the energy cell's depleted on it anyway. It doesn't work.
Joshua, please, you check on that.
I thought I would just make sure there is no cause for violence.
Yeah, she's still speaking in Yabnab to you. The rest of you would notice that. And it's up to her turn. And Wally, make me a saving throw.
17, he makes it.
Yeah, you hear her voice as she's speaking in Yabnab, but then you hear the human voice that you know is her trying to talk to you in your mind, but you're able to shake it off for right now. She is going to jump up and come out of the area where she's sitting and jump straight up to her full stature. And that's all. And we're up to you, Drake.
He's going to shoot her again with the ion pistol. That's a 15 and a 6.
And 15 will hit her for sure.
Oh my gosh. 1 point.
Nice.
Or 2 if it's got electronics, right?
Yep.
Yeah, you're able to hit her, and she kind of screams and yelps out again. Dreba, we're back up to you. Make a saving throw to see if you come out of your confusion.
Nope, I'm still confused.
Yeah, so you're still walking towards her then?
Yeah, I'm gonna actually sit down, I think. Like I'm gonna walk like another 5 feet and then sit down like she was, and kind of mimicking how she was sitting.
Yeah, and she looks towards you and gives you a huge smile, and you hear in your mind again, just come on, follow me. I can take you to where you will never suffer again. There is perfect happiness in your Elysium. And that's what she tells you in your mind.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna sit like in a meditative way. Being a Star Knight, I'm trying to come to terms with what she's saying to me. So, right now I'm kind of meditating on it, or trying to, but my mind is very confused.
All right. Wally, you would see this now as Dreba's, got a little bit closer. You would probably notice it, I would think, by now. But what would you like to do?
Wally takes out his bow and arrows, and he drops him on the ground. And basically, using his club as a walking stick, approaches the woman harmlessly, as if embracing what she's saying fully. And as he gets close, he's going to try and do a surprise attack against the device that she's wearing on her wrist.
Yeah, you want to try to club it?
Yeah.
Yeah, roll an attack.
She's,
Yep, yep. No, Runda. Runda.
and then as he's there, he swings the club and strikes for 10.
A 10 to hit?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm going to say you hit the device then.
Okay, let me roll the damage. 5.
You hit it pretty good, and it starts to crackle and fizzle, and that blue light kind of starts dancing around and fizzing in and out as you do that. And as you do that, she looks at you, and you look straight into these most red, malevolent eyes that you can, and she goes, and Yabnab, you die first. Make me a save at -2.
Oh boy. Oh, 9, 7.
7?
Yeah,
So
7
you
is a
fail. Oh, you'll take 4 points of sanity lost. So that will drop you to 3, I believe, right?
Yes.
Oh, jeez.
That will. If I can read. Oh, man. You go into an explosive rage, and not at her, of course, but you go into this explosive rage as you just start raging and just turn into this mad, crazed Yabnab for right now.
He says, Oopa Noopa, Koopa Noopa. And he says, I have a bad feeling about this.
Oh,
He starts swinging the club.
Oh, boy.
Drake, we're up to you, then.
I'm going to pop her a couple more times
All right.
since she's busy with the other two. Oh, both of them missed.
Oh, man. Dreba, can you come out of his confusion?
Okay. Oh, where'd it go? Nope. So now, still being confused, she draws her star sword, which is the symbol of all that she's trained for, and she kind of sets it in front of her on the ground, and she's contemplating it and possibly destroying it and going to Elysium with the stranger, even though there's a crazy dog now. Yeah.
Wally, you're in this explosive rage. What do you want to do?
He wants to hit something. He says,
Wakata Fwata.
I guess that's
Otoga.
and then he's charging at the Star Knight.
Yeah, actually, you don't actually have to attack someone. I mean, if you want to just go in this explosive rage and start attacking the walls, you could.
Oh, okay. I gotcha. Yeah, he's basically gonna swing it wildly in the air, and he's gonna scream,
Wata.
he's just gonna, it's like a mad dog, basically, a rabid dog.
She starts shaking her head, and all of you hear her in human this time, and she goes, "It would have been so easy. The rest went willingly. They are in their paradise now in perfect happiness. Their soul will rest so peaceful after their deaths. And I've offered it to you, and it would seem there's only one of you that is contemplating it right now. You back there, it is your turn now." And she looks towards Drake. Make me a saving throw.
Failed.
Roll me a d12.
7.
You fall unconscious. You just hit the boom, and you're unconscious.
Good night, ladies.
Drake is unconscious. Dreba, are you going to get out of this confusion?
Let's see. 16. It's a straight
Oh,
save.
yeah.
Okay, so I should
Great
be
save. Yep, you made it, man.
Okay, so my head starts to clear, and I'm kind of holding the star sword, contemplating hitting the destruct button, and instead I hit the activate button, and as it comes to life, I'm going to try to swing and chop her with it.
All right.
I'd like a Jedi move. 17 plus 2, 19.
Oh, yeah, that hits her.
There we go. Now my die likes to be really high or really low. All right, so it does d6 plus 4, actually. 8 points of damage.
8?
Yep.
You see her look at you surprisingly because she was thinking that you were going to come to your Elysium, and she starts spitting out blood and stuff, and she falls to the ground, and you hear her go, But they told me I was the chosen one. I guess it must be one of you, not me. If there's anything else you would like to add, as it appears that you have killed her.
No, okay, so I cut her down, and then I hear her say that, and then I say, I kind of get down like on she falls down. I kneel down next to her and I say, yes, I also thought I was the chosen one at one point, but here I am, hauling supplies with a dog and a duck.
In the background, you hear the rabbit dog growl like, "Arr, arr, runda, runda, yum, 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 yum,
She does not appear to be moving at all, and you hear this noise. It's coming probably 20 feet on further behind where you first saw her at, maybe 30 feet, and you hear this noise. You hear this kind of electricity popping and stuff, and you see what appears to be some type of portal that is opening up, and you see this light, this beautiful, beautiful light. All of you make a saving throw at -2.
By the way, is it against death or poison?
No, it's not.
Okay.
I would ask if it was against meditations or gifts, but I rolled a 4, so it doesn't matter.
I made it.
I failed.
Drake made it.
Yeah, Drake, you're still unconscious for just a moment, but Wally, you're still throwing a fit as you're upset. First of all, Wally, it's actually up to you. So why don't you roll a save to see if you're going to come out of this fit, another save to see if you come out of the explosive rage.
Okay. No. Oh, I rolled 3, so he's still going. Yep.
Yep. Drake, roll me a save to see if you come back to consciousness.
No.
All right, you're still unconscious.
It's a hard
Dreba, you feel inclined that you know that this lady was right. When you see this portal open and you can describe what you see beyond the portal that entices you to start walking towards it. I mean, what is behind it? It would bring you perfect happiness.
Yeah, so she looks through the portal and she sees a land that's peaceful, much like she remembered from her childhood before the wars came to her planet. And she sees people like running in the park and enjoying. And, she clicks off the star sword, turns it off, and starts walking towards the portal.
You are moving towards the portal. Wally, roll me a save to see if you're still going to be explosive.
All right. Ooh, 17. He's out of it.
You come out of the deal, and the first thing you would see, the way you're probably turned, you would see Drake on further past you. You would see Drake laying on the floor itself of the cave. I mean, it's not moving. But then you see where Dreba has walked on past the lady's body, and then you see the portal, and you see Dreba walking towards this portal. What would you like to do?
He's gonna charge after Dreba and say, "Wundeng mi wamba, jumbai tota," and basically grab her leg and prevent her, try to get her to snap out of it.
As soon as you grab her, you feel this electric shock go through your little body, and you'll take 2 points of damage.
Okay.
She's continuing to walk that way, struggling against you as you're shocked by it.
Okay. He's going to use his club to basically, cripple her or hobble her for temporary duration. He's going to attack her leg, basically.
All right, you're going to try to hit her with your club and knock her down. Okay, go ahead and just make an attack roll against her AC, which is 13.
Okay. Ooh, 20, natural 20.
Oh my gosh.
I hope I don't break it.
That's crazy.
You knock her down, and as soon as you knock her down, oh man, that's not good. You lose 3 points of sanity. That will take you down to 0. You go completely mad. And you will...
Mad dog. Mad dog.
We'll see what happens here in just a moment. We go back to you, Drake. See if you come out of your unconscious state.
Oh my gosh, no.
All right. You're still out of it.
You're sleeping through this thing.
Yeah.
Dreamer, you can make a save at +2 as you've been, physically hit by Wally.
Okay. Wally sacrifices 10. No, failed.
Yeah, you're trying to crawl towards the portal now. I mean, now your legs knocked out of it, and it was a good hit, so you're trying to crawl towards the portal.
Yeah, I'm focused. Like I feel a shock in my leg, and I don't really even take in exactly what happened, except for that I need to get there. So I'm just pulling myself forward using my hands.
Roll me a d12, Wally.
D12. Here we go. I got 7. Oh, wait. I wrote D20. I'm sorry. There we go. D12. I got 3.
You go pretty much completely insane. You start having anxiety issues, but you also fall to the ground and just burst out crying.
He says, "Oopa noopa goopa noopa. I have a bad feeling about this."
Always.
Drake, make us a save to see if you're going to wake up.
No.
Oh man,
I have yet to roll over 4.
the duck is going to stay asleep on this one.
Yeah, I guess so.
Reba, you can make a save again, just a regular.
I'm getting close. All right, come on, die. There we go. 18.
You start, looking up at this portal, and then it dawns on you. Even though you saw paradise, it's dawning on you that exactly what you're doing. But you turn around and you see Wally in this state of anxiety, in this state of just crying on the ground, and you've never seen Wally do this before, and you're starting to wonder, what the heck is going on. I mean, the portal's still drawing you, but you're kind of now in a state of that almost confusion again. You don't know which way to go.
Do I see any way that I think I could close the portal? Like does it look like there's something controlling it, like a computer or something?
I tell you, do you have any skills that would help you out in that? If not, just roll a d6.
No, I have interaction, athletics, and survival. So none of that. All right, here we go. 4. So probably not.
No, I mean right now nothing's hitting you. You're trying to figure out, how did this portal just appear out of nowhere? But yeah, nothing right now.
Yeah, so I'm trying to decide. Now I'm torn because there is the possibility of paradise, although it seems a little strange of how it's coming about. But then also, my good friend, the dog, he's a yap now, and I give him a hard time. But really, I do enjoy the time where I scratch him behind the ears during the long flights.
He's super fluffy, by the way.
Yeah. So it's really tough, and his adorableness is drawing me. So I'm kind of like sitting in the middle between the two spots, the portal and the puppy, trying to decide.
All right, Wally, you're completely you're out of it. I mean, you're in such a hysterical fit of crying right now. I mean, that's all you can do. Drake.
There we go. 19.
Drake, you come back and you look up and you see Wally sitting there with these puppy tears just flowing down, and you see probably Dreba trying maybe to ride herself back up, and you tell she's got some type of something wrong for one of her legs that you don't know what happened, and of course you see the portal, and as you look towards the portal, make me a saving throw at -2.
Oh my gosh. That would be a -2. Or a -1.
You look into the portal and you tell me what you see in there will bring you perfect happiness as you start walking towards it.
Yes, I look at it and I see this incredible lake in this pastoral sea, and just the soothing water, and I see a young female duck that is there, and a bunch of little ducks that are schooling around on the pond.
Yeah, that's all you can think about is getting to that as you're moving to it as fast as you can. You're ignoring Wally crying and Dreba in pain. Dreba, we are back to you as you see Drake come back to consciousness and just totally ignore you and Wally and is walking straight towards his portal.
So I'm gonna. So do I do? I think that I realize that he's being drawn in, or I don't really know that.
Oh yeah, you would probably think about him ignoring y'all's two conditions that there's something that's he's got to something's going on for sure.
So I'm gonna yell out and I'm gonna say, "Oh, actually, no. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna use my my meditation, my charm.
To try to charm Drake, okay?
Charm. Yeah, I'm gonna try to charm him to stop him.
He gets a save, don't he? I
Yeah,
believe.
you should get a save, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. No,
That's a 19.
of course.
Yeah, when I need it, yeah.
I'm like, Drake, stop, help us. And you're like, nah.
No.
Here's Drake's response right here.
Exactly.
Wally, you're still on the ground crying. Drake, you're moving towards the portal.
Yep.
Well, back to you, Dreba. As Drake is getting closer, you would think probably in the next 20 feet he's going to be right up to it.
So is he close enough to me for me to interact with him?
Yeah, he's probably, we're going to say roughly 10 feet in front of you, and walking, he's, fixing to walk past you.
All right, I'm gonna from my side, I'm gonna pull out my rope. It's one of those like space ropes, like Luke Skywalker has. Like I'll pull it out of my belt, and I'm gonna try to lasso him around his legs.
All right.
Like he's
It's those webbed feet that you have to get past.
Let's see. That would just be a straight up attack, right? So 9. So I'm assuming that does not hit you.
Nope, Drake has a 12 AC.
Yeah. So I miss.
Wally, you're on the ground crying. Drake, make me a save, just a regular save.
No.
You're still walking towards the portal. You're getting close. Drake is keeping his walked on past you, and you would think that if something doesn't happen fast, that if you don't try to stop him or he continues on, he's going to be inside the portal the next time.
So I don't have, because I'm hurt, but I have athletics as one of my things. Can I roll that to see if I can get enough strength to chase him? Because he's probably faster than I am right now, right?
Yeah, I mean, he's moving as fast as he can. Yep.
Yeah. So if I roll athletics, can I move at full speed and stop him?
Yeah, I would say you can.
All right, so I'll try that. So I muster all the strength I can to try to get my leg back kicked in. Then I rolled a 6.
Oh man.
So no.
You want to try to do anything else though besides?
Can I? It's as I'm going on. Can I try to lasso him again?
Yeah, you can try the rope hill again.
All right, so I try to move. I like stand up to try to run, and I immediately collapse back down. And I'm saying, all right, the rope it is. That time I rolled a 10, so I miss again.
All right.
Wally,
you're still bawling. I mean, there's you've made a lake of tears around you now.
Could Wally look at Drake and cry towards him while facing him? It's like, kind of like, in Star Wars when one of the Ewoks get blown up and these guys are like crawling like that. But as he's bawling on the ground, he looks up from the ground and says, "Yum yum, Drake."
Drake, one last save.
One last save. You mean I can't stop and pound Dreba first from trying to stop it? Oh my gosh, that's a 1.
Yes, yes.
Oh man, Reba, you look up. You see Drake step inside the portal and disappear, and you see the portal shrink back down and close. There's nothing behind there now besides cave wall and cave.
So I let out a sigh, and I go up to now I'm struggling. Maybe I'm not moving fast, but I'm hobbling now, and I go up to Yabnab there, Wally the Yabnab, and I kind of grab him, get him by the collar, so I'm kind of pulling him along like you would a dog, and then I'm going to stop at the lady that I shot, or whatever I cut her, and I'm going to chop off her hand.
Oh man!
So I can get the thumbprint on our paperwork. And then head back to the cliff.
All right. That pretty much is going to end it for now. Let me tell the Yabnab something though. Oh wow! I'm gonna put this in chat, Young. This will be your permanent disorder that you need to put into your ending story.
Awesome.
As you will have to be taken back and getting some serious help now. And Dreba, I'm gonna start out with you. You can tell us how the story ends as you're able to exit the cave and get back to y'all's ship and how it ends.
So Dreba, she goes back with the lady, with the hand of the lady, and thumbprints it so that she can release the stuff because she doesn't want to leave it on her ship. And then she unloads it, slowly, kind of somberly, while the dog is crying in the back. We put him on the ship, and then once everything's done and she knows that it's filed and she's going to get paid, she gets on the communicator and she calls it into the star base or whatever and says, that some kind of madness has fallen across the planet, and seems like there's been a lot of deaths. But one scientist was saved and is in the cryo chamber. We moved her to I said we saved her, but unfortunately there'll be no duck pate. And Trigger goes back to hauling supplies.
All right, perfect. Drake, how's the story end as you walk into your paradise?
As I walk into my paradise, I realize something is wrong because I've never felt so happy before. And so the happiness becomes a bitterness because I'm like, this truly can't be. I slowly go mad as I try to figure out why I'm so happy, but always just so bitter about it.
Yeah, and over time you forget about your good friend the Yabnab and your good friend the Star Pilot. I mean, it's just you're in paradise, but
Yeah.
paradise does affect you. Wally, you are in severe distress as you're taken back, of course, and you're told of what happened and all that, and you slowly start coming back to yourself. But how's the story going to end for Wally?
Wally is back in his quarters. He's got both of his hands supporting his head, and he says,
Oopa noopa, goopa noopa.
I have a bad feeling about this. And he says,
Noopa oopa, mikiri jumbo.
and the translator says, come on, chap, don't be such a drab. Says,
Mikini toto, oh, pa.
don't you think this is bad? Uto wusagusa. No, not at all, my friend. This is the beginning of a beautiful life. And, you see him converse with his own reflection in a mirror. And you see the Yevnap start to smile.
Perfect. Now, I guess I will tell you how the story is going to end. Once again, we played White Star by James Michael Spahn. You're able to do everything that has just been told, and a military convoy is sent down to the planet, of course, to make sure nothing else is going on. They retrieve all these documents and stuff and take them back to the main Destiny research station. We're taken in to where these papers are brought in, and you see some what you would think would be high officials as they take the papers and they say, destroy everything. We can have nothing to ever refer back to Project Judgment Day. It is a failure. That is how the adventure known as Return of Judgment will end. Thanks to Mike for playing Drake. Thanks to Jan for playing Wally the Yabnab. And thanks to Daniel for playing Dreba.
Thanks, it was fun, Tony.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was awesome.